It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your two best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert. Oh, hey!
Hey, Max, I got a question for you.
Well,
How are you feeling?
Oh my god, we're in an alliance. This is fucking wild. Final 2, baby. Let's go.
Were you going to ask me that? I'm sorry.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
This
is kismet.
Oh, man.
Kismet.
Did I just screw it up already? Oh, final 2. Let's go.
Yeah, Romeo betrayed his final 2 alliance.
The Skinny Boy Alliance.
I thought the Skinny Boy Alliance was going to go far. Why did they even include that scene?
I know. It's a damn shame.
They had 2 hours. They had 2 hours to fill. They were like, "How are we going to fill 2 hours?" I'm surprised they didn't just keep bringing them back to the Shipwheel Island. They were like, "Oh yeah, it's got to bring people back here."
Well, it's got to be 2 hours because we lost 2 people tonight, Max. Did you see that coming?
I did not. Well, I thought I thought we might have 2 tribal councils. I think they did that.
You didn't see it happening like this.
I did not see. That was a bummer.
That's a huge bummer.
That I did not like. We did not.
Two characters that we both agreed in our cast assessment were great characters.
Yeah, I thought it would be rather, especially Jackson. Jackson was a different type of character than we've seen before. I thought with Zach, I was especially towards the end, I was like, okay, I feel like we've seen this many times before, to be honest.
Right. Yes.
We
said in our cast assessment, Zach could either go all the way or he could go out first. Who knows with this kid?
When he was like quoting like Jeff like at tribal council, I was like, even if you make it past this, it's like you're just outing yourself out as like a super fan.
Yeah.
Like it's not gonna be good for you.
But we're in a new era, Max. Everybody's a super fan in the new
not
era.
That much. No, like
not not straight up taking quotes.
I've seen every season. I can't quote the fire thing. Like fire is life. I don't know the other.
I could paraphrase it. I don't know if I could get it word for word like he did.
Yeah, I know, right?
Pretty intense. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Good on him.
I would have a better chance of doing the like Law and Order thing or like the cop or
is that what you meant?
What?
Just the bump.
No, the like in New York City, like there are the people who are
I see.
Whatever.
See, all I could do is the bump. That's all I could do.
Yeah, whatever the fuck that is.
The theme song.
Or like you are under arrest, you have the right to remain silent. You can get a lawyer, blah blah blah. Like if I really
That's not it.
If I really thought about it, I would have a better chance of doing that than doing the fire thing.
Sure. Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Clearly, I'm bad at all of them. I'm just saying, even if I could, I wouldn't say it at tribal council. I don't think it's a good idea.
No.
Like when Jonathan was like, "Oh, this was a Stephanie Stephanie LaGrossa."
I know. I was like, dude, you're telling everybody that you watched Heroes versus Villains and that you know Stephanie's name.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. I just don't say you're a super fan. Like we know everyone's a super fan, but maybe don't. But he had just injured his shoulder, so he probably wasn't thinking super strategically at the time.
No,
because his shoulder was dislocated.
No, he was just thinking about Stephanie LaGrossa getting that arm.
Yeah, and I was like, that's a very appropriate thing to say.
Sure, yeah, but I'm with you. I cringed a little bit every time someone made a loud reference in the game that everybody heard because I was like, no, don't tell them that you're a super fan.
Yeah, please. Like just chill. Like, we know everyone's a super fan, but you don't want to be you never want to out yourself out as being too strategic unless you're in like a very comfortable alliance with someone, but you probably want to wait like a few days. You
don't want to look like a Cochran or a David Wright on day one.
Not in season 42.
No. Do you think that's what his downfall was? I'm tempted to call Zach Adam. I almost called him Adam because he's
I think
so much like
I
Adam.
Think Zach had many downfalls.
Yeah.
I think taking the blame for the puzzle was such a downfall. I think he could have formed a
Don't
lot.
give a reason.
Well,
Yeah.
like it wasn't even his fault.
No, and you're kind of like setting the tone for how the vote is supposed to go. I feel like, and you
Yes.
can you got to set the tone to say, oh well, we don't care about challenges. This is about loyalty. This is about our alliance.
Yeah.
And we need to take the people who are most loyal all the way to the end. That's the tone that you got to set.
He says he's a super fan, but he comes out and he goes, guys, that was 100% my fault on the puzzle. It's like you guys were like minutes behind the other people on the puzzle. You basically had no chance on catching up.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he did a great job on the puzzle, but like, who the fuck cares? You guys had a supposed 3-person young person alliance. Sure. It seems like
deny, deflect, do anything it takes to get the target off of your back. That's what Tori did. Yeah. Tori clearly was looking for an idol, but she's like, I was genuinely looking for food. All I wanted was to look for food. Like that's all you can do is just lie through your teeth in those scenarios and hope to deflect the target off yourself.
Yeah, he just was. I just really think taking the blame for the puzzle just puts you in such a bad rut.
It does.
And then just kind of like attacking Tori. He just didn't do that in like the right way. We were not shown him making the right moves.
He was leaking information and maybe that's what really hurt him in the end, because Romeo probably was putting the dots together at a certain point. Maybe Skinny Boys Alliance wasn't worth it. There was just so many little things here and there that like chipped away at Zach's life in the game.
Just wasn't working out.
Nope. But I love this premiere episode. This was amazing. I'm really into this cast, Max.
I'm digging. I think there's a lot of potential, and I liked that instead of just being shown advantages like in the last season for the premiere, we were actually shown a lot of the people. I think people are here to play, and we have a lot of different personalities, which is very fun, and I think we will be able to make fun of them a lot, which I'm very excited on the podcast.
Of course.
Yeah, it will be. That's what I'm most excited about.
We're goofs. We're just a couple of goofs, everybody.
We're just really mean people.
Is that how we're branding ourselves now?
Scoundrels. We're just really mean guys.
We're just cynical and catty and just awful.
We're just two catty bitches on a podcast.
Great. This is off to a great start now. I love it. We're those guys.
Those guys. I enjoyed it. I mean, we'll have to see like how they start truly playing the game once it gets down and dirty, but I'm feeling it. We only had one trip to Shipwheel Island, which I was pissed off about it. I don't give a fuck about Shipwheel Island, the stupid Shipwheel. We had enough of that last season.
Of the twist that I would have wanted back, this wouldn't have been one of them.
We don't give a fuck about Shipwheel Island, guys. Yeah. Cut Shipwheel Island.
They should have renamed it Shipwheel Island. They really should.
Isn't that what it's called? Is it not called Shipwheel Island? What do you think it's called? What do you call it?
I don't call it Shipwheel Island. I don't think that's what they call it. They call it the Summit, right? That's what it is.
I call it Stupid Fucking Island. We'll call it Stupid Fucking Island. When we go to Stupid Fucking Island.
Oh, should we get into it?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Let's do it. We crossed off a bingo drinking square immediately from our bingo drinking game with Jeff talking to the camera.
I needed that. I need him to explain things to me. I think he should have done it more.
Yeah.
He explains that the seasons are shot back to back, which is good for the casuals. They need to know. They need to understand why they kept Stupid Fucking Idiot Island in. That was very important. He's like, this is Jeff apologizing. He's like, we know we should have cut Stupid Fuck Island in, but it's in.
God, you really hate this island. Jeez.
Dumb.
Okay, I agree. I don't like
you
the twist,
won't let me call it Shipwheel Island, so I have to keep.
I said I didn't let you call it that.
You said I couldn't call it that.
I never said that. You're projecting.
Do we have to roll back the tape live?
Yeah, we can roll back.
Roll back the tape.
You're projecting. You're projecting.
He says it's the greatest social experiment of all time. Have you seen Love is Blind, Jeff? That's a real
That's
experiment.
a scientific experiment.
Yeah, that's a real experiment, okay? There's no money involved. That's how you know it's a real experiment.
Zero money whatsoever. Yeah. But some twists are going to be back and some are not. Sadly, Shipwheel Island is back, but they do the crazy sayings are going to be back. The goat on AstroTurf thing from last season, that's apparently coming back.
I'm okay.
There's going to be new twists as well. No, I love that one. I love that one. But we're going to have new twists as well, which we see in the first challenge right off the bat, which I liked that twist. I did. So I do like the additions that they've put.
Yeah. So far the twist, besides the island of the summit, was cool.
Yes, agreed.
So I guess this wasn't a marooning, was it? They weren't like. Do we call this a marooning when they show up on the rafts, or a drop off, or is
season 42? Who cares?
I'm just wondering, do we declare this a maroon? Or
I mean, that's what they did in season 1. But
what's the definition of a marooning, or is a marooning just when they're thrown off a boat? What's a marooning?
You just want to see Jeff in like a pirate hat shoving them off of a plank when he has his hand. Each character has their hands tied and blindfolds over their eyes. That's what you want, isn't it?
Well, a marooning is to leave someone trapped and isolated in an inaccessible place, especially an island. So I guess this is a marooning, guys. This is a marooning.
Why are you so hung up on this marooning thing?
I don't know. I just like to know.
All right.
So even though it's by raft, it's very comfortable marooning.
Yeah, do we really need to go over the premise of this show?
What is Survivor?
At this rate, we're going to be done in 3 hours, Max.
So Webster defines a survivor as... But you know what's important, Ben?
There's a million world records, but there's one survivor.
That's true. That is true.
One. There's only one survivor.
Jonathan, I will say this dude is a beast.
Yeah,
he is an absolute beast.
He just pulls boats around.
My God.
Why are they even rowing?
Very dominant in challenges. Like, wow.
You ever hear about that guy? He was like this a big because you read the book by that guy Noah Hawley. He referenced it. That guy who would swim and he would like pull boats to like Alcatraz or something.
Right. Yes.
That big fitness instructor. Why doesn't Jonathan just like tie the boat to him and like swim? You know, why are the people paddling? Why isn't Jonathan just
it's not necessary. Boat? It's not necessary. No,
it's not necessary for the people to paddle. They're not paddling that well. Jonathan can just tow the boat.
He's just a force of nature.
He's a human tugboat.
Yeah,
he's very impressive. He's huge.
He's like as big as, I forget the guy's name, but from Micronesia, the guy that was pulling around Chet all over the challenge. Remember that guy?
Yeah,
he's like, we haven't had a guy that big since him. You know, it's been a while.
Yeah.
He's huge.
John the wrestler was pretty big, but this guy might even be bigger.
Yeah, he is huge.
He's massive.
Uncle Cliff was pretty big, but not as
like,
bulky. Yeah, R.I.P. Uncle
He was
Cliff,
tall as fuck. We meet some people. Drea does hurdles. Omar sticks his hand up the butts of animals.
Yeah, he's a lot of, and we've encountered this with Love is Blind. Vets love to reference animals in every context whatsoever. He talks about putting his hand up rhinos' butts, but then he says, "I'm going to be an owl of the night." An owl of the night.
He's only gonna do gameplay things at night.
I'm gonna be a shark in the waters, and I'm gonna be a bird in the trees, and I'm gonna be a cheetah in the challenges.
I guess he's trying to play a Tony-esque game. He's gonna try to do those things.
A very animalistic game is what he's going for. Yes.
Lydia hates sand, which is gonna be
that could be a problem.
That could be a problem, but she seems to be doing okay.
Yeah, she's only camped at music festivals. Do you think that experience is gonna come in handy here?
It depends on the music festival. Depends how grody it was. If it was super grody, then that could be worse. You know, what if she went to Fire Fest?
Fire Fest. I was just gonna say that's true survival. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got our big this is Survivor 42, but it wasn't like anything crazy. He was like just standing on a
Survivor 42.
Yeah, like usually he's like on a mountain or from a helicopter. This time it's just like he's on a log, and that's it.
But we got this once everybody pulled up.
Come on!
Come on!
That was come on!
Come on!
What was that?
Come on!
Come on!
Come on!
Come on!
Come on!
It's like a different Jeff that we're hearing
Come on!
coming out. Channeling his inner Big Tom or something.
He really feels uncomfortable now that he can't say "come on in, guys." So he's just trying to do anything with "come on" that he can. He's just like, I gotta do something. Come on. He's gonna start whispering it. He's just gonna try anything that he can to make himself more comfortable.
Oh boy.
Oh, we had this very interesting. I liked Mike's intro.
You get one shot at this. You get one shot.
Get one shot, one opportunity.
Lose yourself in the
There's one. Yeah.
moment.
Did you notice that there was vomit on his shirt already? Mom spaghetti. Pretty wild stuff, man. I've never seen anybody show up to survive with vomit on their shirt already. That really blew my mind.
Oh. So when the boats finally get on the beach, I gotta say, Marianne's energy is like, man, I am feeling it. I'm really feeling it. She's so amazing. She's so just like happy to be there. She's just smiling so big.
She's at a 10.
So excited.
She stays at a 10.
Oh man, I love it. I love her energy. You like, why wouldn't you respond that way? Coming on the beach for the first time on Survivor, looking at Jeff, like you'd have to be dead inside. I don't know.
Because you're cool, okay? You want to play it cool on the beach, and
you
want to impress. You want to get brand deals with like Ray-Bans. You want Ray-Bans to sponsor you.
Ray-Bans,
sunglasses for cool people.
Yeah, you know Tony. He's always got those
Ray-Ban
ads on his Instagram.
You know. So Ray-Bans and Oakley is really working on sponsorships. They don't want high energy people. They want cool people who've been on Survivor.
That's right.
So we're trying to get brand sponsorships. That's the only reason I can think. Otherwise, you got to be Marianne's energy, and I support it.
Mike had a good response to Jeff too when he was talking about what it takes to win the game. It says you got to be diversified in all areas to win the game. The person who's the most well-rounded is going to win this thing.
It's very hot. It's a hot take.
Such a hot
very
take.
Original. Never heard that
but
before.
He's right. He is right.
Well, it's like outwit, outplay, outlast. I just came up with that. I do like the Zach thing where he says we're about to learn what it takes.
I don't know, Jeff, but we're about to find out.
But Jeff reminds us that it's a monster in the horror movie. Either you slay the game or the game will slay you. Are people going to die this season?
Yeah, I think so.
This is going to be the first season where multiple people are going to die.
It's weird because immunity. The immunity is a snake eating its own.
It's a dragon.
Tail.
It's a dragon.
Oh, that's supposed to be a dragon?
It's a dragon.
It looks just like a snake.
I think it's a dragon.
It just looks like a snake to me.
It's a dragon snake.
I don't know. I'm guessing that's the theme of the whole season is sometimes the players who are going to be too aggressive are going to shoot themselves in the foot. They're going to eat themselves
in the foot.
Yeah. Maybe is that the goal, is that they're going to starve them so much that they end up eating themselves?
Okay. It's
that's
the Donner
what it
Party
is.
Yellow Jackets type
because
thing.
we all made fun of Jeff for saying it's the hardest season, and now he's like, well, guess what, everybody? We're going to make them eat themselves.
Yeah. So your wife says it's a dragon, Ben. Everybody knows it's a dragon. Well, that's what makes it so cool. It's a very
She never sides with me.
Look,
she never sides with me ever.
It's a very cool immunity idol.
It is. It's maybe one of the coolest ones I've ever seen.
Let me tell you guys, the Australian Survivor season is going right now. The immunity idol, it was so bad. It looks like an alien species, but like a bad one, like an undeveloped one. A child from that did a shitty arts and crafts project. That's what the immunity idol looks like. This one is fucking cool.
It's like a paper plate with like the little pipe things.
It kind of looks like that.
Oh, okay.
It's really bad.
Gotcha.
but like with alien materials.
Okay.
If you get my drift. But I like when this one splits up, like one person gets the dragon and the second place team gets like the platform.
Yeah.
The sheet of rock. It's
Yeah.
No, I guess this is good.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a cool little rock. I don't know.
It's a sheet. It's a sheet of
guys,
rock.
we got the rock.
We got the rock. Okay. And then up here they get a dragon thing where it was like a headpiece. I like that. But yeah, Jeff lets them know it's a fast, difficult game, no rice, no food, blah, blah, blah. They get their tribes. Sick. You get this first challenge. You have to like untie the oars and like run and stuff. Very quickly, Daniel, he dislocates his shoulder.
It's a real Stephanie LaGrossa move.
It's really just Stephanie. Do you think he did it intentionally?
Yeah, I do.
I think it was a very strategic game move.
Yes, I do. Appear weak, but also like try and act like you've got this like big underdog story. He's immediately back at camp helping out afterwards. It's a good story. He's gonna win the game in the final two with the jury by saying, I dislocated my arm on day one. And look at where I'm at now.
I think Tyson said in Blood versus Water he played up his injury a lot to be less of a threat. So maybe Daniel's trying to be less of a threat. So he just some people can intentionally dislocate things to like do party tricks. So
well, Daniel is clearly the biggest physical threat out there. So he had to do that. He absolutely had to do that.
Yeah. I do love this twist when the three players get to the station and they can either grab three oars or they can untie 20 knots to get an advantage together. And obviously you get the advantages. You have to be,
of course,
dumb. But imagine one person is like, I'm honorable.
I don't think so. Yeah.
I would be like, you are so frustrating as a viewer, or if I was playing, I would be like, you've got to be, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah. Let's be glad Roxroy wasn't one of those three people.
Yeah.
I don't think that he would have done it.
Like, as a father, I can't do this.
I can't do this. My kids are watching on TV. I can't.
You'd be like, and you guys are worse than my kids. My kids would have taken the oars. The fake blood was such a bad idea. I can't believe it worked. Like, why would you use the fake blood? Did you have to use the fake blood?
Yeah, wouldn't they be like looking for scrapes or something like that would show where the blood came from later? Did this ever come up at all? And High really goes for it. He's like, he acts like he's been shot. Like he acts like somebody shot him. It looks like a Scorsese movie all over his chest. It's bad. He should have put it all over his face. It would have been funny if he like ran back to the beach and he like falls on his knees and he's like, ah! Like screaming in pain, acting like he's dying. Really commit to it. Hi, come on.
If they were like, you have to use it, I guess I would have put a little maybe coming out of my nose or coming out of my mouth, if like I had to use it.
Like you had a nosebleed.
Or like I knocked against something and I like maybe I hit myself in the nose or the mouth with the oar.
Yeah. I'd do it from my eyes. I'd be bleeding from my eyes just so that people were really concerned.
That would look cool too.
Yeah,
I would try to look as cool as possible so Ray-Bans would sponsor me because I'd want to cover up my eyes.
Of course,
so Ray-Bans would do that.
Yeah.
And then we see Jonathan dragging the boat. That's cool.
He's a beast. He's a beast.
They have to do the bamboo stick thing to get the key because what would a Survivor challenge be without that thing that they've reused a million times? They got to do that.
Yeah.
And Roxroy pulls off the win.
Yeah, Roxroy, he crushed this challenge. He was really good.
Don't doubt me, bro. Don't doubt me, buddy.
But Lydia
was Probst doubting him a lot?
I don't know. We didn't hear that, but I think Roxroy has a very
Was Probst like over on the sidelines going like, "Oh, you guys, Roxroy's doing this challenge. Uh-oh.
Jeff doesn't do that anymore. Jeff doesn't like give people shit anymore, which we missed. Jeff used to be like, "This is the worst tribe ever. Roxroy sucks at this." Now Jeff is like,
"Pick it up. You gotta pick it up. This is Jeff Survivor."
Is like, "You're the most inspirational person I've met in my entire life. I'm crying now. You're an inspiration to fathers everywhere." But Lydia is concerned about Hai.
Are you okay? You're bleeding a lot.
She's like, "Could we get medical in here, please, as soon as possible? I'm
real
really
fake-
worried. How much blood does the human body have, even? Because this is too much coming out right now."
It's really good fake blood. It's Hollywood grade fake blood.
Yeah. Where did they get that idea to do the fake blood? That's ridiculous.
It's amazing.
What other things did they have there, like at that station? Yeah,
Nickelodeon slime.
Nickelodeon slime. There's mac and cheese there that they can rub all over their faces.
They're never going to believe what happened. We had to grab the oars. We had to eat mac and cheese.
Why do you have
Crazy.
scrapbook stickers all over your body? I don't understand. What were you guys doing over
Had
there?
to scrapbook. And we got these crazy paper cuts. That's why we're bleeding all over ourselves.
Right. That's what it was. See, that's what they could have used the blood for, was like little tiny paper cuts on their hands. Yeah.
But Hai really went into it, and that's why he got so bloody all over his chest.
Yeah. Oh, so we get this scene with Daniel getting his arm popped back in the socket. We didn't get the sound effect though that they added in Heroes versus Villains, which was like clearly a Foley artist, like full on breaking a bone or something like that into the mic.
Yeah, that was disappointing. I should have gotten one. Sorry, I didn't think about that.
You couldn't give us a crack soundbite.
Yeah,
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's
the Wilhelm
what we
scream?
have.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Maria, my girlfriend, said that this was two not great things to happen to him, because he said the Stephanie the Gross thing, he outed himself as a super fan, and he got injured. Two not great things to happen.
And three, if
your
you count
first
the fact
moments
that
on
he
the
had
beach.
cancer before. That's another not great thing that's happened to him.
Yeah, that wasn't on the beach.
I'm just saying, as long as we're tallying things
We're
up,
saying bad things that have
it
happened
sounds
to
like a
him in
lot of
life.
bad things have happened to him. Okay,
In
that's
general?
all I'm saying.
Okay,
yes,
yeah,
in general.
Okay, I heard that he asked someone to prom in high school, and she said no. So
See, add it to the list.
Fourth thing.
Add it to the list.
One time he tripped and fell, so that's a fifth thing. So there's many things that just haven't worked out. So we meet the Ika tribe. I thought it was Ika, but it's Ika. I was glad. I can't believe we were so wrong during our cast assessment.
When I found out I was wrong, I went eek. That's what I said. Yeah. Come on, Max. You love that dad joke.
Oh, I liked it. I laughed.
Get it up.
Did I not laugh loudly?
No, it wasn't enough. I need like a full belly laugh for that. Oh, God, fuck you. Fuck you.
They're very lucky that they don't have that they didn't have to do the challenge, I thought, until both people solved it. But yeah. Swaji doesn't want to get voted out first. She went to Harvard. She's in the National Guard. We learned a lot about her. Tori says she's saying she's a caregiver because she doesn't want people to know she's a therapist. She's going to use that trusting thing to manipulate people. But we learn later that nobody really trusts her because
yeah, that's out the window regardless.
Out the window very quickly because she goes to look for an idol by herself. Rookie.
I don't see what's
mistake.
so bad about saying that you're a therapist, unless she, as a therapist, seems to think that a therapist is sneaky in some way.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which is odd. It's like, is that self-projection in some way or another?
I think so. She says she doesn't want to be with the big kids.
Does she just mean older people?
Yeah, she talks weird. She wants to be with the little kids.
Well,
she wants to sit at the kids' table.
They want to talk about Harry Potter and butterbeer.
I like how Zach's like, yeah, I've like read the books. I went to the Harry Potter place once, and she's like, butterbeer? Harry Potter?
Did
We're
somebody say butterbeer?
Yeah, but it turns out the big kids.
Fellow kids, do you like playing at the jungle gym like me? What's your favorite? Mine's the slide.
But the big kids also don't want to be with the little kids. I was hoping we'd get more of like this 3-on-3 dynamic, but obviously it's all fell apart.
Yes. Yeah.
We see the Vati tribe, the Green tribe. So we get this savvy sweat so it's savvy or sweat. I think Mike was really smart here because he knew that if they did the sweat thing, it was going to be him and he was going to miss all of this bonding time with the tribe. Yep. He's very savvy.
Yes.
And fuck, like who cares? Even if you lose, you don't want to miss that time with your tribe. And also, if you were to fuck up that sweating thing, you would be like, they would blame you for something.
I think it's just fair too, in general.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even, it is a good strategic move by Mike to have, gotten in on that before anyone else could say their piece about it. But having said that, like, I think it's just like, it's fair in general for everybody to be involved in it rather than just putting it all on one person's shoulders. That's just not fair, especially on day one.
Last season, it was 2 people. And that's why everybody went with sweat, because 2 people just seems a lot more manageable. And at least then you have 2 people and like you can form an alliance with that other person. So you don't feel totally like left out. But one person, obviously no one was going to take that.
The triangle one seems manageable too, given that they have 4 whole hours to do it. I feel like if you really take your time, you're going to figure out that puzzle in 4 hours. It's not like you're under the pressure of a challenge where you have to beat other teams very quickly. I think it's super manageable.
Well, I was a little concerned about Vati, the green tribe, when Jenny was with the people and they all said that they had it within about 3 seconds.
Yeah, they were like, it's 10.
These people are not puzzle people.
I was like, what?
She was like, okay, all of you are wrong.
I was like,
and I need you all to go away and leave this to me for a few minutes.
I guess they never took geometry and saw a puzzle like this. Like,
Is it even geometry? This just feels like one of those bad like apps that you see on Instagram being advertised.
You're right.
It's like, and the apps are saying like only a 200 IQ can complete this puzzle, but really it's like easy.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen these like a million times, and like it's like you really have to like focus on these, like you gotta like figure. And she had to like explain like, there's triangles within triangles. It's like, were they just really like, if she wasn't there, would they have all just like written down 10?
Yeah, the 10 triangles that were in the one big one without looking
They're like,
at
oh
it
my
more
god, this
complex.
is so easy. Yeah. Thank God we chose that. We're so savvy.
We did it. And they reveal the number what?
Jenny was like,
come on.
Come on.
Come on. Yeah, the orange tribe, I thought it was smart that they split up the resources and left 3, and they were like, all right, some of us are not puzzle people. And also, I don't think
because Jonathan said 11.
Yeah,
he was like, okay.
Also, I think it's like too many cooks in the kitchen sometimes.
Yeah,
like 6 people on a puzzle.
No, I think 3 is perfect because then it's because you want to have people to compare with that are also working on it. But yeah,
both people solved it. I was interested to see how the reveal was going to happen. I was like, is a producer going to like reveal it off screen? That's very Unsurvivor. I didn't know the slide thing would happen. That intrigued me. I was like,
yeah.
Did you know that was going to happen? Were you intrigued? Was it just me?
It was fine. I don't think I fixated on it nearly as much as you did.
I'm just always interested in the behind the scenes.
You just wanted to see like Jeff ride in on a horse.
I just didn't know.
The answer is 51.
I just thought like I just was wondering like are we just not going to be shown? I was like, what are they going to do? Then I was like, oh, there's slide thing. All right, whatever.
Did you want it to be on like a light bright instead?
No, I liked the way that they did it. I just didn't know how it was going to happen. I was like, how are they going to do this? Like, how are they going to guess?
Yeah,
I didn't. Or like once they guessed, how were they going to find out if they were right? Was my intrigue. Anyway. Mike is not a mean, tough guy. He just looks like one. Okay, that's all you need to know. And he's a firefighter.
No, I mean his story is interesting.
No, sorry, no. His story is interesting. His whole backstory about being a about where he came from and being a retired firefighter. And I do like that he's like, I always need to soften the blow, but I do think he comes off as this nice, sweet guy.
Well, that's the thing,
I
is
think
he
it's
probably
working.
gets it a lot that he's got this rough looking exterior, but really he's like a sweetheart of a guy. And people really enjoy him. Yeah.
Yeah, I think having a disarming personality that has a conflict, I said this in our cast assessment, is a very good trait, and people really like that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, his whole story about his upbringing was very inspiring, and I liked it. I think we're getting
he's a good character. I like him.
I think a lot of the characters here, a lot of their backstories were like very cool. I really like it.
I like that they've started recently doing that too, where they're like actually showing photos from home, and you get to see a little bit of that, because they didn't. That was pre-New Era.
Yes,
where they did not do that. So I like it.
We do. We move on to the Blue Tribe. The kids, the little kids, are singing the theme song. The babies, Survivor babies.
They sound like a depressed cult.
I know. They're like
There's a producer just off camera with a gun pointed at them saying, "Don't stop, keep singing."
Keep singing. But Roxroy is not happy.
Let's get crack-a-lackin'.
Singing on the island?
No. Fun on the reality show. No fun on the reality show.
What is this, TV? This is Survivor.
We're trying to do enjoy your 20s.
I have kids.
It was like herding cats, and I'm not a cat herder.
Yeah, I mean, who is? Really, Max, who is? Who?
I'm a cat herder.
Max, is that even a thing?
I go outside, I get on all fours, I bark like a dog, I find stray cats, I herd them around.
That's what you do.
Yeah, so I do in my spare time. So don't assume things, Ben.
It is kind of, they're seething with irony, this scene where Zach is pointing out that this is like amateur 101, Roxroy taking the leadership role. And then we, end up seeing this spiral of mistakes from Zach that are amateur moves, and then he gets voted out. It's a little bit foretelling, a little bit.
I also do like Roxroy going to Drea and be like, so like, tell me if I'm being too like a, authoritative, and she's like, yeah, maybe take it down like a little bit. And he's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's get a crack-a-lack and keep singing.
No, he does admit though that he needs to adapt. At least there's a bit of self-awareness there. Maybe he can grow from that and get his feet in the ground here in this game. Because I do think his saving grace was that this tribe is very messy, that there are like several people screwing up,
Yes.
That's his saving grace. Because I think on any other tribe, he might have been target numero uno.
For sure. I think he's also, I mean, he's lucky Romeo was there to save him too. So
Romeo is really the glue that holds this whole tribe together.
Romeo's looking good. I'm glad he's my winner pick. I'm feeling good about it. He's looking good.
I feel good about my winner pick too.
Yeah, High is good. High's
been good this episode. Don't feel good about our first boot picks though, Max.
No, Jenny and Lydia are looking good too.
Yes, they are.
They did Jenny dirty in the cast video. They made her look like they gave us nothing.
Yeah,
but she's
awesome.
Very savvy and awesome.
Yeah, I actually think she could go far now after watching
she's it's very. They made her just seem like super weird and like we had nothing, like just like totally out there. It was like, oh, okay.
Yep.
But she's I'm very high on Jenny. I'm like, she could win. This advantage amulet is awesome.
And the best way to be discreet about looking at these advantages is to say you're going to look for a stick, Max. Did you know that? That's
and then to say I don't care that they think I'm looking for an idol.
Hey guys, I gotta find a rock. Okay, don't ask why. I'm just gonna look for one.
I would just open it like when they had me do a confessional.
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Or say I'm going to the bathroom and open it. Like
They have to see it right away. I don't know.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah. I'd rather just say I got to go take a dump in the ocean.
Yeah.
Like, why not? Yeah.
So Drea goes to read her clue, and that's when we learn it's an advantage amulet, and so it has power, but you need all 3 people to use it at once, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the less people
amount of amulets
in game with it, the more power it has. So with 3 people it'll steal a vote, 2 people it is an extra vote, and then with 1 person left it becomes an idol. So the dynamics here are super interesting because you might want to actually get other people out for it to become more powerful. But then it's like you want to keep that bond with the other people together because, like, let's say you betray someone to like get them out, like they might tell somebody else. They might have told somebody else about the amulets. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I feel like their fates are intertwined. You know, if they do choose to start getting each other out, then that's a slippery slope. It's a really slippery slope for them. But if they choose to all stick together through this twist, it can have some huge advantages. One being that if there's a tribe swap, they can be protected potentially if they end up on a tribe with those people. And you know there's going to be a tribe swap before the merge, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's best to, you know, not try and blow anybody's cover, not try and get anybody voted out.
But then, like, if somebody gets voted out, like, during this time, then it's just convenient that then it becomes more powerful.
Yeah,
so
don't
you
force
can just
it.
get lucky.
Yeah, don't force it.
So who are the 3 people with it? It's Hai, Drea, and it's
Lindsay.
Lindsay, yeah.
Yes, Hai, Drea, and Lindsay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we didn't get a lot of Lindsay, so that's
we
why.
Didn't. Yeah.
But you know, the orange tribe we just didn't get like a super lot of. I mean, it just became very blue tribe after a while.
Yeah.
We get to the Taku tribe, and I feel like Jax. It's like dark, and I felt like Jackson was going to tell a spooky story.
And or like a classic Dragon Slayer story where he's going down the Amazon River, being captured by tribesmen.
Like, and then we get this amazing story about his transition
and
about his family and everything. And I was like, I love him so much. I love this story, and I can't wait to hear more from him.
It's heartbreaking that
I
we
know.
have to go
I
from
can't believe he's gone
to him leaving the show. That's not fair.
Don't
not tease us like this. Survivor.
But I'm glad that they gave him like all this screen time and stuff, and
dude,
that
they
we got
have
to see
to
it.
have him back. They have to bring him back for season 43. They have to.
Yeah.
He was too good of a character, and the situation and the circumstances were just like so bizarre. They just have to bring him back.
They just like don't though. They just don't bring people. Do you remember the guy? Do you remember the guy who like was like back? They fucked up on a boat in that one season, and it was basically Survivor's fault, and they never brought him back. Like,
it sucks. But Jackson really is a great character.
I
So
know.
maybe
they must.
Hopefully.
Your wife says they must. I agree. They must.
Yes, absolutely.
Look, you guys are agreeing on something. The marriage.
This is marriage. You got to compromise.
Marriage is saved. So we learn on the Green Tribe. This is good. Lydia and Hai are a duo. Okay.
Yep.
Mike and Jenny, they're a duo. So Chanel and Jonathan, Daniel. Sorry,
yes.
Chanel and Daniel. They decide to be a duo.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's like, all right, we got to be a duo.
But it feels like Daniel's making connections with
everybody.
Mm-hmm. He's playing it
I
really
think that
well.
was from like Chanel's perspective, or maybe Dan. I forget.
No, it was Daniel's perspective.
It was Daniel's perspective. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But but he's like, the tribe is really nice. They didn't care about my shoulder. It was very cool to hear that he's playing his game for kids with leukemia. It was very cool.
Mm-hmm.
He has a very nice story. Yeah, everyone has a very nice backstory. You kind of see why they were cast, but they're not just cast because of their backstories. They have like interesting personalities as well. You know, it's like it's a cool thing.
Yep.
We get to the Ika tribe. So we get a Skinny Boys Alliance. I was excited for the Skinny Boys Alliance.
It was funny how nervous Zach was about, like, when do I pop the question and do I get down on one knee? What do I do here? He referred it. What was it? Leaning in for a kiss is what the analogy he used. It's like, who leans in first? It's so nerve wracking. I thought that was really funny.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Yeah, he's great.
I love this whole Tori going to find Taro thing and her being like, I was looking for an idol, but like I was looking to find Taro, but they shouldn't be mad at me for going to find Taro because I was looking for food for the tribe. Yes, I was looking for an idol.
She's all over the place.
It's reasonable for them to be mad at me, but they shouldn't because I was finding food while looking for it. It's not fair.
Which is it? I don't like. What is it?
Is it
fair? Is it not fair? Tell us.
She was looking for an idol, which was not a smart thing to do.
Yeah,
and they are very reasonable to not trust her.
I get that kind of like speak when it's with the tribe or with one person that they're talking to, but to the confessional, it's like, we've seen everything.
Yeah.
The audience like knows you went to look for an idol. You don't have to like go around in circles with us. It's cool. That's Survivor. In fact, we respect it. Like, come on.
It's just like early days, and if you haven't like solidified a very strong alliance, they're going to be looking. Everybody's looking for a very easy, simple, the simplest reason to vote someone out. It can be stupid.
And I don't think there's a problem with looking for idols as long as it's not forced and as long like it's like you and I said, like, why not on your way to the bathroom or on your way to get water from the well or something like that, but make it quick and don't hang around for 10, 15, 20 minutes. Like, just make it quick, brush off a few leaves around the well. Like, take your chances here and there, but in measure, make them measured. Don't go all out right away on the first day.
Because otherwise you're giving them a reason.
Yeah.
Don't give them a reason, especially for the first tribal council.
Yep.
Because I mean, it worked out for her, but they don't trust her.
Yeah.
And her whole thing was making people trust her. So
it's funny that she says it like, rumors are being spread. And it's like, is it a rumor though? Like, you knew that said that they were going to say that. So like, why is any of this a surprise? I don't
know. The boats come to the beaches and we see Marianne volunteers at Taku.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sort
of. She sort of gets like sacrificed, as she puts it. She's like, if you guys want me to be the sacrifice, she seems to not want to go though.
But then she said she wanted to go.
Yeah.
It was kind of both.
It was a little both, I guess.
Yeah. On the green tribe, Jenny draws the short straw. They draw.
See, why didn't they just do that on the orange tribe? Why didn't just randomize it? Like Ika, they do rock, paper, scissors.
They seem to want to go.
Yeah. Marianne, you mean?
On the blue tribe, I'm saying Drea on the blue tribe for rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, is that how you saw it? I just assumed there was a tournament. I assumed that.
I assumed they were eager. I think if they were doing rock, paper, scissors because they wanted to go.
Interesting.
I don't. Do you ever do rock, paper, scissors?
When Drea won, she went, oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like that's kind of how I took it. I don't know.
It's just so weird to do rock, paper, scissors.
Everything's in the edit. It's out of context.
How do you do rock, paper, scissors and hope to lose? That's so weird to me. You hope you'll lose to them. How do you do that? I can't do that.
You just never want to lose. That's what it is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They go to Dum Dum Island, and and I'm like, please no ship wheel. I'm like, please no ship wheel. And we get the ship wheel with apparently people have said it's not exactly the prisoner's dilemma, but it's prisoner's dilemma-ish. It's pretty close.
Yeah.
It's pretty
How
close.
about Marianne though, hiking up that mountain barefoot?
Yeah, I was literally about to say that. Why isn't she wearing shoes?
I don't know.
Why is she barefoot?
She just thought she was going to a beach, I guess. I don't know.
She does say that she wants to be an inspiration to weird people. Marianne, you know how they say like keep Portland weird? Marianne wants to keep Survivor weird.
Yeah,
okay,
barefoot
that's her
all the
motto.
way.
So
Yeah.
she's gonna be barefoot. She's gonna be weird. We're gonna keep Survivor weird people. But you know, in last season, when people go there, they'd be like, obviously, since we're from different tribes and we're brought together, we should probably maybe like talk a lot and form an alliance or something. It seemed like they just hiked together and were like, okay, cool, see you guys.
I know.
They're like, fuck this. Okay, this island is dumb.
Like the way Lydia
right?
and Shan connected, they were crying on top of the mountain and hugging each other. And with these guys, it was just like, no, bye.
But even like Evie and was it Evie and Deshaun, or who was it?
Yeah.
And then other people made bonds on the island. Like everyone who went to the island kind of made a connection, and they even talked about like, okay, obviously whatever we're gonna do is gonna impact what we're gonna do. But they didn't even discuss it. They were just like, all right, deuces. You know?
I feel like Survivor would have shown that if they did.
I don't know. They definitely didn't.
It's weird.
Maybe they
don't want to give too much away.
They did, and Survivor didn't show us, but I just feel like they definitely would have shown it.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna assume they didn't. That's what we saw.
Either way, it's weird.
It's super weird.
Yeah,
it's kind of hilarious. They're just like, I mean, they agree with us. This shouldn't have been the season. We've already seen it. Come on. So Drea risks, Marianne risks, and then Jenny is like, yeah, I assume that they're both gonna risk it, and if they all risk it, they'll lose a vote. So she's like, I'll protect my vote.
I wonder why she them talking going up the mountain must have hinted Jenny to it to some degree.
Yeah, there must have been something. So.
Because like Drea, you know, obviously from the confessionals, we know she wants to get every idol and advantage that's possible for her to get. So we knew she was going to do it. Marianne, I don't know if we have the context ahead of time to know that she would be risky. Yeah, she's very enthusiastic, but she's also like a big social player, the way I see her. So I did think that might be a toss-up going in for Marianne. I didn't know that she would go for the risk.
Yeah.
But I'm glad she did.
I am too.
Yeah.
But very savvy by Jenny. I think
this was a great episode for Jenny.
Yeah, she's looking good.
Oh man, she's awesome.
I gotta say, at this point in the episode, though, I'm feeling things have slowed down. I'm feeling like I need some gameplay. I'm feeling like I need a tribal. I need something to happen. I'm just saying. I'm feeling like I want something.
You want someone off the island right now.
No, this is not what I wanted to happen. I just wrote my notes. I was like, I need gameplay. I do not need a sad moment. I do not
need to know the side effects of lithium right now.
No, this was
don't
awful.
Need that.
This was just terrible.
No, this is like an awful way for somebody to go. Clearly, this is like the producers must have seen this as a liability, right?
I think they just gave him a chance and were like, let's see how it goes. And then I think she said that Lindsay said that he was dizzy for like a certain amount of hours.
Yeah, like 10 hours. She said.
Yeah, and then they were like, okay, clearly this doesn't work, and they pulled him, and that's
too dangerous.
So, yeah,
I get it. It does suck for Jackson, and it sucks for any reserves that could have potentially taken that spot too on the show, and we could have gotten them for longer. It's just a crummy situation all around.
Yeah,
but it makes you sick because I think Jackson wasn't a good spot on his tribe.
Yeah. So. It was sad, but I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's just too awful. I don't want to talk about it.
I will say I had no idea that was a thing that with the side effects of lithium. I didn't know anything about that. And like Jeff was saying, like, oh, we need to. Are you okay with having this conversation? Jackson's like, yeah, of course. Like,
I think Jeff. I think that there's some moments where Jeff is just so professional and he handles things like really well.
Great. Yeah,
you know.
Well, and it's like it can be a private thing, people's medications and stuff. But like Jackson was all about like, well, if there's a stigma around mental health medication, then let's destigmatize it. I thought that was great.
Awesome. Concur.
He did Jackson did a lot in his short time on the show.
Yes.
And I love that.
We love Jackson.
He got a lot of good messages out, and not many survivors get a chance to do that. So bravo to Jackson. Seriously.
Bravo, Jackson.
Yeah.
But let's get to this first immunity challenge
because
the dragon ring is sick.
It is. It's so sick. It is.
It is sick. And
the dragon eating itself.
Yes. We learned that the shot in the dark is back, which I was like, I wonder if it will impact the game. So far it still has not really.
Yep.
How do you feel about the shot in the dark?
I'm fine with it. It's 1 in 6. I don't know if it were like 50-50, then I'd be like, come on. But I don't know, 1 in 6.
I'm just waiting. I'm hoping that like I want people to be worried about shot in the dark, and it just hasn't happened yet. Like no one cares about it because if it does, it will encourage blindsides, but it doesn't. Like my hope is that it would encourage like people to like want to blindside people because then they won't use their shot in the dark.
Yeah,
but no one is concerned about the shot in the dark.
I'd like to see it be an actual dice that you roll. I don't want
that
them to
would
just
be
like
cool.
I don't want them to just like pull open a parchment, because then how do we know that the producers didn't just give them one that they wanted to give them? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, call me cynical for being untrustworthy of reality TV producers, but like I'd like to see them actually roll the dice, like on the seasons. Like Winners at War, where Michelle is flipping the coin. You know, I like to see that stuff. Show it to us, you know, make it more like, if you're gonna do this twist, like actually show it and make it entertaining. You know, like you do with rocks, where you're opening your hand. Like at least add some suspense to it. You know,
I agree, but I don't.
I could do without it at this point.
I don't hate the idea. I just feel like they got to do something with it. Like I feel
the
like
execution
there's
hasn't been great
somewhere.
On it. Yeah,
there's execution, but there's also something there. It's something's missing.
What if it was like a D&D dice and it was like a 20-sided?
Yeah, so you're like, no chance. There's no reason to even use it. So this challenge, you like dive. Omar held his nose. That was really cute. We love an awkward dive where you hold your nose.
Oh yes.
You get 3 chests onto a boat. You bring the boat to shore, and then they had to push the boat. I don't get why Jonathan couldn't push the boat by himself. I think he was being modest.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Just that's what it was. He just was. He's a very humble person, is what.
Yes, that's what was happening. And
I will say I was impressed. I was very impressed with Jonathan.
Yeah, I'm very impressed by him.
So fucking strong. I can't. It's
crazy. I like when then they were like, all right, we got to add a challenge. You just have to push it under a net. That will be the ultimate challenge. A net,
dude.
It's like
the net part was my favorite part of the episode, dude. The net part, dude. Like, that was
Jeff
crazy.
Was like, this was not the hardest challenge of all time until we added the net. It wasn't pushing it up the hill with the chests in it. It was
we know you're a fan of nets, Max. You got it on your hat right now. So
let's go Nets.
That's why you have that hat, I assume. Yeah. Thank you. Oh,
that was good.
Thank you.
Yeah, the net thing was stupid. So we get 2 puzzle solvers at the end. You know, Omar and Marianne for Taku, the Orange Tribe, Jenny and Daniel for Vati, and then we have Zach and Swati for Ika.
Yeah.
And Blue is very far behind, and I think that's what fucked them. Although when I was looking at Zach and Swati, there were moments when I thought,
these people are not puzzle people.
You know?
Is that not in the National Guard training, doing survivor puzzles? Is that?
Yeah, I don't know why that wasn't there. Do they not do that at Harvard?
They rescue people from hurricanes, but they can't do those puzzles. Okay, maybe the National Guard needs to add something to their regiment. That's all I'm saying. Maybe add some survivor puzzles to their training. You know,
she said that Zach was slower than her. Okay. Well, it's a team, Swati. It's a team event. Help him.
Did I hear this correctly? That Zach had practiced that very puzzle at home?
Yeah, I think he did say that.
So how do you practice that puzzle at home?
So there are websites like Perplexer Puzzles that make them. Like I have a couple of them. I can show them. I've shown them to you. They make them out of wood, and then there's certain ones you can get online that are 3D printed.
Right.
So people have made them. So there's a lot of these puzzles that you can
I remember that. Well, I remember like Spencer in Second Chances, he solved that one puzzle in like 2 seconds. It was a slide puzzle, I think, because he had spent like so much time working on that slide puzzle at home.
Slide puzzles, there is an algorithm for sliding puzzles. Not an algorithm, but there's slide puzzles. There's a
It's like a Rubik's Cube. Yeah.
There's a strategy for slide puzzles. For the dragon ones, they basically, for these type of puzzles, they basically done them before. Eddie last season was able to solve a puzzle instantly because they've done them before. But a lot of Survivor puzzles do have 3D printing things, or there's now like small companies that make them.
Sure. Yeah.
So you can find them. I
do get Zach's logic though of being like, once you're out there and in the moment, it's a lot
Yeah.
different than when you're at home, like playing the little puzzle in your living
Definitely.
room. It's like totally different.
And they'll be slightly different cut probably.
Yeah.
Like
they're not going to use the exact
They're not
name.
necessarily going to be exact. Sometimes maybe they will. It just depends.
I get it.
But I just think they were so far behind. But apparently, people were also blaming Zach and Roxroy for like not pulling enough.
Right. Yeah, that seemed to be a big concern from Drea.
Drea
was really upset
Romeo
by that.
set out. He was like, "I am little. I have no muscles. I'm not going to be able to pull that fucking boat."
Yeah. Oh man, I'm feeling really good about Romeo this year. Your winner pick is like, I'm jealous right now. I'm a little jealous.
He was smart. He was like, I'm a skinny boy. I weigh like 112 pounds. How am I going to move a boat?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not Jonathan, the human tugboat.
He just seems like he's in control of this tribe. And we'll get to that, when we get back to this Ika beach, when we get to the scrambling. Yeah.
Yeah, we're about to get there. But yeah, Zach in Confessional says, I put 100% of the blame on myself. Why would you go in with that mindset?
Yeah, it's one thing to say to confessionals. It's another thing to announce it to the tribe. I don't know. I think there is that instinct of like, oh, you want to take accountability, and if you don't, people are going to think you're full of shit. And so I get where the instinct comes from, but I think his Survivor knowledge should have kicked in there to say, don't give them the easy out. Don't give them the easy target here.
This might
don't just hand it to them.
He's
on a
pretty
silver
young.
platter.
This might be a kind of being young thing. You don't need to do it. You don't need to be so like self-deprecating.
It's kind of like a weirdly like an old school mentality. Like I could picture Colby Donaldson being like, I take full responsibility.
Oh, it's kind of like that too. Yeah, some people are just like that.
It's like a Rupert Colby thing where it's like I have to fall on my sword for the tribe, sort of thing. And I think in their minds, maybe it makes them look honorable, but really they're just sort of screwing themselves a little.
Yeah. Especially in his circumstance.
But in those old school seasons, if you did that and you're Colby, you're still going to be fine. They're going to.
And I think there's a way to take a little bit of responsibility, but not to say like that was all me, because it wasn't. Just especially when the fact of the matter is it wasn't. That's the thing. Like,
and you give ammo to someone like Tori, whose name is also on the block, to just like hammer that point home over and over and over again. And she does. Yeah,
she's like, I don't have an idol, despite the rumor. And I was kind of like, do you want to declare that you don't have an idol? Because sometimes people think that you have an idol is a good thing.
I know. Well, that's the thing is I just thought like both of them making these big declarations back at the beach. It's like, okay, well, I guess we've got our two targets.
Yeah,
right
exactly.
Here.
It's
they're
like,
both admitting to being the two targets. It's like, guys, scramble a little first before you start like, it's a little bit frustrating.
So like things happen very quickly. First, Tori and Drea talk, and they're like, let's get out Roxroy. But then Roxroy and Swati talk, and they're like, let's get out Zach, because Swati's like, just so it's not me, and Zach was slower than me. So Drea goes to Romeo, and she's
meanwhile, throughout this whole process, by the way, Zach is in his own head thinking that Tori is throwing him under the bus.
Yes.
And so that's building up too.
Instead, they could have worked together and like gotten numbers with Swati, by the way.
Yeah.
And just tried to get out Roxroy.
Yeah.
So Drea goes over.
They could have all bonded over butterbeer and Harry Potter.
Exactly. Yeah. Drea goes over to Romeo and says Roxroy, and Romeo's like, what are you talking about? Like, we have an alliance. Like, why would we do that? But I like how Drea's like, oh my God, you're right. Like, I like that she's like, oh, you're right. Like, I won't do that. Like, I
She's
think
flexible.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I think being flexible and realizing that maybe you're going down the right road and sticking with your alliance, is cool.
Definitely.
Like, I liked that.
Yeah. Yep.
But it was funny that it seemed like an instant switch. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
like,
she got vibes from Romeo that this was not cool, and she switched up immediately.
But it was so fast.
Yeah, it was immediate. We never see it. We never see it like that on the show.
No. But Zach's convo.
It's actually very refreshing. It really
yes,
is.
Zach's convo with Tori was really icy.
Oh yes.
He's like, just like obviously it's gonna be either you or me, so we're cool, right?
Yeah.
And she's
and
like,
then as
go,
he walks
go
away,
fuck
she's
yourself.
like, "Good job on the puzzle.
Good job on the puzzle, fuckhead." We're not sharing butterbeer at Ponderosa. Not sitting next to you at the reunion.
She may be a caregiver, but she doesn't give a shit about it. Like, so fuck off.
I'm charging you double for therapy.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah, and it seems like Romeo does. I think that I like that Romeo does try to save Zach, but then when it's obvious that everyone wants Tori out, it's too early to need to save people. Like, why? Like, he has a good standing in the tribe.
I get where he's looking though. Like, Tori and him have nothing together, and so why on earth wouldn't he want to get her out? You know, he's gonna have to now make inroads in the next episode for his plan B, whatever that may be.
Yeah,
maybe he will try and talk to Tori.
Yeah, but I think he still does have like the primary alliance of him, Drea.
Yeah, no, he's totally in control of this tribe.
Yeah,
he definitely is. Yeah,
I think so. We'll have to see what happens. But I just think that he was smart to just like let it go and just be like, okay, yeah, it's Tori. Like, there's no need to like fight about it. Is kind of what it's. I mean, that's the vibe that I got. It's just kind of like, let's just see how it works out.
Yeah.
But at this point, I was like, it's probably going to be Zach, but let's see what will happen as we head into Tribal Council. I think this is the exact same Tribal Councils last season, which I thought was disappointing because I like seeing new Tribal Councils. I love the Tribal Council designs.
It's cheaper this way.
No, but like the coolest, I love the new tribal whenever they do new tribal council, and it's cool. Like my favorite ones are like the one from season 2 when they were in like the fucking cave on like the fucking top of the waterfall. The one
Thailand was one of the coolest ones.
That one was really
season
cool.
5 was amazing.
Season 20 Years vs. Villains when they were in a tree house.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was amazing. Yeah. Like I mean, there's just been some the Winners at War was really cool, but I do not like that they reused it. Hopefully, this next 2 seasons they'll switch it up, but probably not.
I'm sure they made some small changes, but they weren't recognizable to us at home, I don't think. Yeah.
There's a spiral staircase. What do they use the spiral staircase for? I want to know what's up with the spiral staircase. This is just so we can look at a spiral staircase. What's the purpose of the spiral staircase?
Because spiral staircases are dope, man.
Yeah, everyone likes looking at a spiral staircase.
Everybody loves a spiral staircase.
I love spiral staircase. Everyone loves going up a spiral staircase. Down, not as fun. Up, very fun. You know what I'm talking about? Going down, a little scary. But why are we
make them climb up? They should make them climb up a rope to get into tribal, and then like slide down a pole like firemen do.
But I don't think that they go up the spiral staircase to vote. So why is it back there? It's like Chekhov's spiral staircase. Like it's never gonna be. Is it not gonna be?
You're right.
Used?
You're right. Yeah.
This doesn't bother you, does it?
No, it doesn't at all.
It's gonna bother me.
The things that bother you just dumbfound me.
Is
always.
It a marooning?
So we get this Zach, the scene of Zach quoting Jeff. Did you get that soundbite at all?
No, I didn't. Sorry, I was
That's like, okay. It's we've already talked about it, but I look at this point. I think he already knows he's screwed. So why not go full on dork?
I do have the quote though.
Okay.
In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by 2 separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
Yeah.
So
I'm surprised. Jeff didn't have him say the tribe has spoken when he snuffed out his torch.
Yeah, he should have just had him do the whole thing. I mean, he's getting voted out.
Do you want to snuff your own torch? Huh?
Why not?
Little souvenir for you.
Swati would chop off her own fingers.
Yeah, jeez. Boy, what are they teaching them in the National Guard?
That's that National Guard mindset. They're badass. They're willing to sacrifice, okay?
I don't know.
She's a survivor, baby.
This is TV, Swati. This isn't the National Guard.
Reality show. Hey, it's a cool mill, okay?
We need your pinky to help.
You can reattach fingers if you put them on ice. So
that's true.
Ice.
That's true. Look, we need her fingers to help pull people out of hurricane waters. Okay, we need them. So please don't cut them off, please. Please.
Yeah, Zach is nervous. He has this between him and Tori. Tori's like, I'm trustworthy and loyal. Zach is like, blah, blah, blah. We know what happened here. The urn was interesting. Did you like the urn?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Beautiful urn. It's not my favorite urn. It's okay. I give it a 6.
The things that you see in this show that I don't.
You don't care about the aesthetic of Tribal Council? That's all I care about.
To the point where I want to spend a few minutes talking about the urn.
This is why people listen to podcasts, to talk about the aesthetic of Tribal Council.
Okay, is that what it is? Okay. What kind of pen is that they're using? Is that a Bic? Is it a Sharpie?
Oh, I didn't focus on the pen or the paperweight. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that next episode. Maybe we'll do a special tomorrow where you can talk about the pen and the paperweight.
Yeah, we'll do a whole hour.
And the fashion.
It'll be
we'll talk about each person's outfit. So Zach does a shot in the dark, which I wasn't sure about, but I was like, it might be a good idea. And obviously it was a good idea.
The second he said it, that's when I was like, oh, they all voted for him.
Yeah, he was like, well, if it adds 16% to your chance, I was like, well, I guess if your chance is 0, adding 16% chance is good.
Yes. 16 is definitely better than 0.
Yeah, even if you lose a vote, it's good. He did point out a good thing, that he's the first truly unanimous vote in Survivor history. But it's true.
It is, because he got his vote taken away.
Get a vote. That actually is, that's cool. That's cool trivia. He's like, add it to my wiki page, please. So someone do that, because I don't know.
Add this self-own to my wiki page, please, somehow.
But I did like this little thing you said.
I just got voted out of Survivor. It's kind of cool.
It's kind of cool. I mean, I've never been voted out of Survivor. Wait, does that make me better than him because I haven't been voted out of Survivor?
No.
No, my record.
You didn't make it on the show, so.
Yeah, but my record's better.
Your record is nothing.
But his record has a loss on it, and mine is 0-0. His is 0.
But you haven't
1.
played, so.
But so.
Is this how you talk about like baseball players who
Yes.
haven't won a World Series? You're like, I'm just as good as this baseball player.
Yeah. Dude, this is why he got voted out, because he didn't present himself as like, he like took the blame for things, and he presented himself as a person that like should be voted out. He didn't present himself as like this confident person that you should like keep around.
Someone that's loyal and dependable, and yes, I'm with you to the end. Yeah.
I don't know. He just presented.
He had first out vibes. He gave first out vibes.
It was my fault. Yeah. Don't say it's your fault. Say you're an alliance member and you're like a cool guy to keep around. I don't know. You got to have that good energy. You got to have the good vibes. You got to be like me, baby. You got to be just like me, a podcaster who talks about
it feels like that's the message you send every episode, isn't it?
That's like
everybody needs to be just like
me. That's it.
Okay. That's good, Max. You're about 9 months shy, but that's good.
What about the Mayan calendar? Maybe.
Yeah, sure. I thought that was done. I thought that was over.
Oh, you're right. The world ended. So I'm stoked. I'm feeling good. I'm not super invested yet, but I'm invested.
I'm invested in the characters. I like the cast a lot.
I like the characters. I think there's potential for gameplay, but we'll have to see as the monster grows and starts to try to slay them and see if they will slay back.
There's just a lot of people that I like and that I'm rooting for already off the jump, you know, and I'm into that. I'm really I think that's a good sign for the season.
I'm kind of excited for shorter episodes.
Yeah.
Which is a weird thing to say because normally I want longer episodes, but I kind of just want like more action. I felt that this was a good episode because we got to know everybody, but I just want more action. Like we're always saying that we want more camp life, and we got it kind of, but I just want more action, and I don't want more advantages. I don't want any of that. I don't want more challenges. I still want to get to know people.
Part of it is 3 tribes. It's like a lot to jump around to.
Exactly.
I think that's definitely a factor. Yeah.
I'm just such a strategy guy. I just want to know only strategy and shit like that. But it is the first episode. I do get that. But I just want bam, bam, boom, 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 stuff like that.
Yeah.
I want more fake blood. That's definitely a big thing. More urns. More Jeff talking to the camera.
I'm all about the fake blood. Let's do that all season.
Yeah, I gotta have fake blood for the rest of it.
Come on!
Fake arms that pull off, the whole limb falls off the body, people are screaming. Yeah.
Are you okay? You're bleeding a lot.
Are you okay? Your arm is missing. Should we call medical? No, it's okay. Jeff's like, don't worry about it. Continue the challenge.
We'll have a makeup artist make it look like you were shot in the head. It'll be great. We can make a fake bullet hole in your head. Oh, no, I love the first step. I'm so stoked for the rest of the season.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good. Well, I think that about wraps it up, right, Ben?
Yes. You can catch us pretty much every Wednesday. Right after the show. We'll be doing this every week.
Yeah.
So join us.
We're going to have a new drinking game for next week based on the characters. You can check that out on Reddit and our socials. Reality Alert Podcast on Instagram. Reality Alert _ on Twitter. Very exciting stuff.
Yes. We will try our best to get exit interviews as if CBS allows it with us. We're kind of a small-time podcast, but you know, it doesn't hurt to tweet at some of these cast members, say, go on Reality Alert. We want to see you on Reality Alert. So go ahead and do that if you really want to see us interview these guys, because that helps more than anything.
Yeah, but thank you for joining us. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you very soon.
Very soon.
Bye. It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your 2 best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert.
It was like herding cats. And I'm not a cat herder.